Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. So, I was laying down in bed and I couldn't really sleep that good because I was just, I don't know. Usually when I'm laying down and if I can't fall asleep, I'll go on YouTube and kind of just look around and stuff. And I thought, let me come down and do a live stream and let everybody know, hey Sandra, that I'm okay. Because I know I was kind of emotional this morning. And okay. Hey, you guys. I am freaking out. Look at this. Is that a roach? Oh my god. What is that thing? Let me get it. I don't understand. You nasty little fucker. I'm killing bugs, y'all. Oh my god. Okay, we live kind of in the country, and I don't know if these cereal boxes are open or what is going on up here, but something is trying to, we have these, I don't want to say roaches because they're not roaches, they're the like kind of like water bug things, because believe me, I've lived with roaches before, and they get into the house just through the cracks or whatever, and they're huge. So they scare me so bad. Oh, I live in Arkansas. So, God, I just looked up and there was one on the wall and I thought, oh my God, let me kill that thing. So, hey girl, I am struggling, y'all, today. I'm telling you, I've been emotional, just an emotional mess. Why is there a lot of bugs there? Well, you know, my little boy the other day, he went with his dad to me, and he picked up a rock, and there was a scorpion underneath the rock. Okay, so hold on, I'm gonna put you guys. There we go. Oh, we have spiders here too, girl. Okay, so I have just been emotional, y'all, because of all my period, and I know that might be too much information, but y'all know how I roll over here. We just talk about everything. We talk about everything. So, did you guys watch my my last story time video about me when I ran into the alarm system and pissed my pants, or pissed myself? I had a dream last night about that when I was sleeping, and I was dreaming about my old life, about when I was in my addiction, and I dreamt about that day. And the reason I remember that day so vividly is because my hair fell out like the next day. I had to call the crisis team yet again today. What happened? My hair fell out from doing too much, dope. And it was just a nightmare, y'all. A nightmare. And that was all from my addiction, And so lately here, I've just been really, I've already done my 4th step with my sponsor. So I've already processed through a lot of stuff, but I think I might need to do a new one. So that way I could process through some more, because it's just like I have so much shit that I've done in my addiction on my mind, and I think about it sometimes, and I think I wish that, I don't know, I've been thinking about it a lot. I don't wish I could change it, because I know that I am who I am today because I'm sober and I'm doing the right thing, and so I know that I don't want to change what happened in the past, but I wish that, I don't know. I don't wish anything. I just, So I got a bunch of messages from you guys today on Instagram, and it was so nice talking to you. Some of you I haven't talked to before, so it was really nice to hear from y'all. I think I talked to Leah and Lisa on Instagram, and Christy messaged me, and I talked to Sam, Mrs. Legends Mommy, all the time on Instagram. We haven't talked on the phone yet because she's chicken shit. But you guys messaged me, and it was made me, y'all helped me too. You guys helped me stay sober, and that's what I made this channel for, is so we could be each other's support system. And I want this channel to grow into a nightly meeting. I want this to be a place where people know that they can come every afternoon and every morning for meditation and for, recovery meetings. I want you guys to know that you can come here and be a part of and not be judged. And that's why I made this channel, because I want it to be a place for everyone. I don't care what drugs you did. You know what? I don't care if you're not a drug addict. We all have things that we struggle with, and there's all kinds of different addictions. So just, I want you to come here to get support. And that's what this channel is for, support. So the holidays are coming up, you guys. Thanksgiving's this next week, Thursday. And I'm excited to go eat turkey at my mom and dad's house with my family. Christy had texted me, and she wanted to talk about how music can be a trigger. And I was like, oh God, yes it can be. Because you know what? Whenever I listen to Lil Wayne rap music, that shit makes me want to get fucked up. Especially that song, what's that song that he came out with back in the day? Yeah, they really are. And but that Lil Wayne song that God, I wanna lick you like a lollipop. That song. And anyway, that shit makes me want to get fucked up, because when I was getting fucked up back in the day, I would listen to rap music because I was, running them streets. And so every time I hear that shit, it makes me think about getting fucked up. It makes me think about getting high. I think about dudes I used to kick it with, and I think about shooting dope, shooting Roxy's, and being fucked up all night long, kicking it with some dudes, and crazy stuff, you guys. Yeah. Do you guys watch this girl on here? Her channel's called Sagittarius Shorty. Only it's Sagittarius Shawty. SHAWTY. Sagittarius Shawty. Y'all got to go check her out. You think my story times are good? This bitch has got me. She talks about getting trains ran on her and all kinds of crazy stuff. Now, I ain't gonna go there. She is a fucking crazy. But it's hilarious. Like, she just went to the tattoo shop the other day and got a tattoo right here of a broken heart. And then she also got the little peep tattoo, crybaby, over her eyebrow. And she's pretty, and I thought, girl, you're ruining your face. Why are you doing that? Don't do that to yourself. Oh, Lord. So let's think. Okay, so yeah, music can be triggering. And that's why, that's why I listen to, and y'all are going to laugh at me, but when I started working the steps with my sponsor, she started making me listen to Christian music in my car. And so I did. I put on the K-Love, and I listened to some Christian music. And also, because I ride with my little boy in the car, I like to make it to where it's music that he can hear too. Or I'll put on the CD, and it's the ABCs in Spanish, so he learns how to speak Spanish. But I could tell you guys a story time tonight. You want me to tell you a story? I'm going to try and think of a good one that I can tell you guys that will make you laugh your ass off. So, let me think. Here we go. This is the story about, let's just call this, we're going to call this Story Time. Story Time Live with Nicole D. This story, we're going to call it going live at 5. Ladies of the night. Okay, here we go, y'all. I'm going to set the tone for you. So it was a weekend night. I think it was a Saturday night. And it was like, whew, y'all, I had been kicking it. I was at the, so the apartment I told you guys about in the last video. Yeah. Hey guys, that's my friend Christy who has the who is wanting us to support the Last Chance Arkansas, that video I made about the rescue dogs, the rescue place. Hey Elizabeth. Hey, you guys need to go vote. There's a link in the description box of that video called Last Chance Arkansas. It is really, really a good cause. They do this program called Paws in Prison, where they take dogs to people in the prison. And you guys know I've been locked up before, and if I could have a dog in there to help me, that would have been so awesome. But if they win, they'll get this grant for $25,000 that will help the rescue, so that way they can rescue more animals instead of having to kill them. So we don't want them to have to kill the dogs. So if you guys would, go click the link in that description of the video I put up called Last Chance Arkansas and vote for Last Chance Arkansas. So back to the story time, y'all. Here we go. So this is called Ladies of the Night. Okay? Going live at 5. So it was a Friday night. I had just relapsed, you guys. I was living in the halfway house, and I hadn't gotten kicked out yet because Miss Kim hadn't found out that I was getting high. Okay? She was, I think she had went on like a weekend trip, so she wasn't at the treatment center, and she wasn't checking. So you're welcome. She wasn't checking, so she wasn't at the treatment center. So it's just me, my friend Ashley that I told you guys about that passed away, and Jennifer. And we all three lived, here's our apartments, okay? So I had an apartment right here. Jennifer had one on this side, and Ashley had one on this side. So we had all relapsed together. We had all gotten high on Roxy together, and so we were down for the count. So it was a Friday night. We wanted to go out and get fucked up and kick it. So we had met these boys, right? And it was this guy named Gerald, his friend. Oh my gosh, this is so sad because this guy's dead too now. I can't remember his name, but I want to say it's like Peanut or something like that. Anyway, and a couple other guys. And so they had that apartment building I told you guys about called the Towers, the high rise. They lived over there, and we lived in the halfway house apartments across the street. So we drove over there because I had a car, and we went over there, and everybody, like, this is the kind of apartment it was, you guys. Like, when you walk in the door, like, people are snorting Roxy's off of plates. People are shooting up over there in the corner. Girls are coming out of the bathroom with their arms tied off and all fucked up looking. So it was like a fucking dope party, you know? So we went over there. We were getting high and just kicking it and listening to Lil Wayne. It was a fucking rocking night. Like, we stayed there till like 5 in the morning, right? So we went back to the house and drove back across the street, and I, of course, dropped the girls off. They went into their apartments and went to sleep. I guess I don't know what they did, but you guys know I wasn't stopping the party. It's 5 o'clock. The party has just begun. So I drove over to my friend Joe's house, and this is a story y'all are gonna laugh so hard. So this guy Joe, I loved him, y'all. His name was Joseph Jackson. He had a bald head. He was a ginger, but he shaved his head. And I just thought he was one of them prison boys with the tattoos. He had a sleeve, and I just thought he was the stuff. So I drove over to see Joe, and we were hanging out, and we were doing meth, because that's what he did. He did meth. So I was doing meth with him. So we were just kicking it, you know, doing our thing. And I had never hooked up with him before, right? So we're laying in bed, and we're about to do the deal, you know, hook up. And that's when he exposed himself to me. And what do I mean by that? He showed me that he had a fake leg. And I was like, what? And he said, look, I got to show you this if we're going to hook up, because I don't want you to be like, what's going on here? And he had no leg. You guys, I liked him so much, though, that I didn't care. He had a prosthetic, though. He could put it on and put it off. he could pick that thing off and throw it up in the air, and then he could walk around with one leg. And I was like, this just totally ruined the whole mood, dude. Like, what are you thinking? Well, you know me. I got us back into the mood, and we did it. And then we sat there, and we like laid there and talked, and I was like, you know, I've never hooked up with a guy with one leg. And I really, really liked him, though, you guys. And I dated him for like 2 years. But that night, we had been up all night doing meth. So I had been up at that party previous doing Roxy's, and then I went over there and was doing meth. So I stayed there all the next day. And then I think I left in the middle of the night. It was like... it was like midnight, okay? So I left there at like midnight. And, that's so funny. I left there at midnight, and I was driving back to my apartment. And Miss Kim was, don't forget, she was on vacation. So I didn't know, like, she wasn't back at the halfway house yet. So I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I was really having a problem, like, seeing where I was going. I had been up, and I hadn't had any sleep, so it was not good, you guys. So I drove my car into it's like a little parking deck, and I parked underneath the parking deck, and I got out of my car, and I was supposed to be going up to my apartment. And for some reason, you guys, I just started walking down the street. And I was like in full-fledged hallucinations, okay? Like, no, it was horrible. I was so scared. And I thought these people were walking by me, like, driving by me, like saying, hey girl, hey. Nobody was there. Nobody was talking to me, but I had this big stick I had found off the side of the road, and I was like, I'm not a prostitute. I'm not a prostitute. Yelling at these people, right? Y'all, I walked all the way down to the Kroger, which was like fucking miles away. And I walked in there, and I called my old sponsor. Her name was Robin. And I was like, listen, I need help. I don't know what's going on. I haven't slept. And she came and picked me up and took me back to my apartment so I could go sleep. Hey, Kim. So, yeah. I finally went to sleep, you guys. And the next morning when I woke up, it was Monday. And guess who was knocking on my door wanting a piss test? Miss Kim. So, needless to say, I got kicked out of that halfway. And I moved in with my friend Tara, which was not a good idea because I went on a literal drug binge for the next 3 years and didn't come back to sobriety. I didn't, and Christy, if she's still in here, she knows who I'm talking about. She knows who all these people are probably. But I went on this huge drug binge and didn't come back to sobriety for 3 years, y'all, and almost died. Like, I've told you guys the story about when I went into the coma. But what would happen is I would go on these, like, trips where I would just get so messed up. Hey, Colin. I'm doing good. Thanks, babe. Hey, Sam. Yeah, I'm just doing a story time, girl. You just missed it. But what would happen is I would get so high, y'all. I would go on these trips, and I would hallucinate and not know where I was at, or I would not know when to stop and go lay down and take a nap. You know, I would just keep on going and keep on going. And I really caused myself a lot of damage, you know, because my brain was just fried out. It was bad. But that Joe guy that I just told you guys that little story about, that guy right there, he played me for a fool. And he is going to get his own damn video, because I got to tell you guys about that, because I had to work some damn 4 steps on his ass, because I resented him so much, you guys. He hurt me so bad, and all I wanted was for him to love me, you know. And he played me hard, and I'm going to tell you guys how he played me, like, in a dedicated video, because it was like, now that I look back on it and I'm sober, I'm like, what the hell were you thinking, girl? This dude had me so played out, I would go to his apartment and clean it for him so he could have bitches over the next day. Like, I was just, like, waited on him hand and foot, y'all. It was so not. It was horrible. But now, you know, I have a wonderful, wonderful husband, and I'm so grateful for him. Like, we were laying in bed tonight, you guys, and I told him, I said, I love you so much. Thank you for loving me. You know, because I know that I'm a little crazy, and I know I can be difficult sometimes. But my husband loves me no matter what, y'all, and he's a sweet, sweet dude. He's so nice. And so my friend, her opiate fix, was asking if I would have him on the channel. No, he's white. He's actually has red hair. He's like the most ginger white boy you've ever seen in your life. Count. But I have dated all kinds of different guys. Like, I don't care if you're black or white or Mexican or Irish or whatever. I don't care. I don't see color. I see personality, and if you look good. Let's just keep it real. So he is my best friend, and I love him so much. But I don't know. What does he say when he makes Mexicans? I guess we're just toasted, huh? So yeah, you guys, it's just hard when I think back to like stupid guys that I actually like gave my time to, and it's like I wasted that time, you know? Like, why should but I guess we all have to learn from our mistakes. Well, I'm Mexican. I'm half Mexican. And I had a lot of mistakes that I made, you know, in my addiction, and a lot of things that I'm not proud of that I did, you know. Like, I know I tell you guys these story times, and it's all fun and laughing and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not proud. You know, it's definitely not something I'm proud of, and I want you guys to know that. Like, I always try to bring my story times back around to show you guys, like, I was doing the things I was doing because I didn't love myself, because I felt insecure, because I needed validation, because I needed a man to make me feel okay. And that's why I did those things. Because if you didn't, I'm going to be straight up with you guys, and I'm sorry. If I wasn't fucking you, I didn't think you loved me. I thought that love was sex, and it's not. And love is everything around it. Everything besides that, you know? I mean, of course, making love is important to your relationship, but like, my husband is my best friend, and I can tell him anything. I can take a shit in front of him, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just love him so much. Okay, listen, Count Kukula. I don't know. Y'all, you're throwing me off my game now. I'm trying to focus. So you guys know that, like, if you have done any of these things that I'm talking about, like, and you think, oh, I'll never be able to get sober, or I can't get help because I've done so many horrible things, that's just your addiction telling you that. Like, that's the fucking farthest thing from the truth. Know that. Know that there's always room to get better. There's always room for improvement. And just because you've done some shitty things, or been a hoe, or been a slut, or been a nasty dude who used women, doesn't mean that you don't deserve recovery, you know? Oh, look. See this beautiful diamond? Yeah, baby. Yeah. And so I haven't pawned this. Can you believe it? I've had it for like 3 years now, and I haven't pawned it. I used to would have pawned this in my addiction. You know, shout out, Sandra. Just, addiction will tell you that you don't deserve recovery. Addiction will tell you that you're not, you know, valuable, and that you don't deserve to have a second chance. And it's just, it's nothing but lies and your mind, you know, your insecurities and your fear. I was afraid to get sober because I thought, you know what if I get sober and nobody likes me anymore? What if I get sober and my husband doesn't want to be with me? What if I get sober and I can't take care of my son? Not that I was taking care of him before, but you know what I mean? And all that stuff was just bullshit. Like, I'm better than I was ever now that I'm sober. I'm sorry, Sam. You know, with drug addiction, with drinking comes chaos and drama and fights and belittling. Yes. And that's what happens when we're drinking and using, you know, we get into fights about shit that probably don't even matter, girl. You know? It's like we got to look at the bigger picture. Like listen to me. Me and Neil, I'm going to share something with you guys. When we were in our active addiction, hey Nikki, when we were in our active addiction, we would fight all the time. It was horrible. I would cry every night. And I would say horrible, mean things to him because I wanted to hurt him, you know? And that's not how I am. That's not love. Love is respecting someone. Hey, okay, cool, girl. Love is being there for the person even when they are struggling. That's what I've learned. A relationship takes hard work. Because you know what my first reaction to do when somebody, like, okay, so me and my husband got sober together, and then he started struggling about 2 years in, right? And when he started struggling, I thought, my first reaction was to jump ship. Oh God, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here, you know? But then I thought, what about through sickness and in health? What about through richer or for poorer, you know? And that's when I thought, I said, you know what? That's what relationships are. Relationships are hard work. Relationships are compromising. Relationships are seeing each other when you don't look that good and you don't look that fine. I know that's right, girl. And do you guys want to hear one more story time live? Okay, here we go. I'm going to tell you about a pawn shop story. You ready? Here we go. Action started quiet and then mad at me. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to tell you guys about this. We're going to call this story time $40 crack rock. You ready? Let's go. So, I think I had just got off work. Remember I told you guys about that restaurant I was working on called Cajun's. So Neil came and picked me up from work, and I'm sure, like, we was high on pills because we were always high on pills, okay? But sometimes we would get froggy and we would want to get up. You know what I mean? Go get up, do some dope, smoke some crack, shoot some cocaine, do some tweak or something. So, and it's, y'all, I hate talking about this, but it's the truth about crack, okay? Once you start, you can't stop. Once you get a little toot, you gotta keep on going back, and it's so lame. That's why I hate it, but it will suck you in. So we went down the road to this place, they call it 12th Street, right? And we got some dope from this guy. We smoked a little bit of it, and then I was like, you know what? We need to just go ahead and get a lot of it, and then we'll break it down, right? And that's just how we were. And so we spent our last bit of money on it, right? And it was so shitty. I was pissed. And please stay with me through the story, because y'all, I'll bring it back around to recovery. Y'all know I always do. And so I was fiending, you know, and I don't know if you guys have ever been in this situation, but when you're a drug addict and you don't have dope and you're fiending, you'll do whatever it takes to get it. So I had this beautiful blue diamond ring that Neil had just bought me for our engagement. Just bought me. Absolutely stunning. It was a blue diamond, certified. I took it off my finger and I went and I didn't pawn it. I took it over to the crackhead lady and I traded it for a fucking half a gram. That's it. $50. That's it. I never saw that ring again. Never. And every time me and Neil would drive down that street, he would talk about that damn ring. I mean, I was so upset, you guys. And that lady, I'd never seen her again. Never seen her again. One more story. One more just kind of shitty story. So I was at work one night and Neil was, I guess he was out doing stuff he wasn't supposed to be doing because he called me and he was like, "Oh my God, Nicole, oh my God, I'm coming up to your work right now." And I was like, "What's wrong? I just need to come up there." So he comes up to my job, y'all, and he has a brand new Honda truck. Like Neil, he ain't never wanted or needed for nothing. Let's just say that's spoiled rotten. He comes up to my job. I'm on the patio waiting tables. Spun out. I'm talking looking crazy. And his shirt is like ripped, right? I said, "What happened?" And then I pull back the shirt and he has got a bite mark with blood coming out of it off on his chest. I said, "Dude, what happened?" "Oh, some woman stole my truck. Some woman tried to steal my truck." I said, "What?" I said, "You better tell the truth." "Yeah, that's what happened. Some woman stole my truck." So I said, "Hold on, guys. I'll be back. Somebody cover my tables." And I went downstairs by his truck and I said, "Motherfucker, you better tell me the damn truth." And that's when he broke down. He said, "I went down to 12th Street to get some dope. And this lady was out there talking to me and I got out of my truck to get it from her. And she ran around to the other side, got in my car and drove off with it." And I'm talking like, my man is so white, you guys, and he would go to the hood. And this black crackheaded lady, she just said, "I am not fucking with you, boy. I'm taking your truck." He said he stood there and he looked around, and then the next thing you go, she made the block, right? And the police were on the other block, and he's flagging them down. Thank God they were there, you guys. They stopped her and pulled her over, and they're like, "Dude, what are you doing in this neighborhood? Like, what are you doing in this neighborhood?" Okay. He had tried to go in through the car to get her before she drove off, and that's when she ripped his shirt and bit him. And so he was like, "Oh, you know, white boys, they always come up with good excuses. They always get out of the cops, man." I have seen him tell some straight up just lies and got let go. But if it was me in the driver's side, they would have locked me up, throw away the key. But sure enough, he got played. That lady took his money in his truck and drove off. He is so lucky them cops were there, because if they hadn't been on the next block, he would have been fucked. They would have took his car to the chop shop and chopped it. Let me tell you one more story before I go to bed, because I'm getting tired. So, this is another story. This is about when I first moved to Little Rock, and my car got stolen, you guys. So here I am. I'm sober. I'm living in those halfway house apartments. I had just moved in, and I had my friend over, and then I had her gay son over, who I thought was like a good kid, right? He's 17. We're decorating my apartment, yada, yada, yada. I decided to let him stay the night. So I go to sleep, and something just told me, put these keys underneath your pillow. So I slept with the keys underneath my pillow. This motherfucker stole my car in the middle of the night. And you know what? I didn't find my car for 4 days. Do you know who I finally found it? I finally found my car. This dude called me, and this black guy that was a crack dealer had sold it to this other guy, because lo and behold, the boy who stole it traded it for dope. Brand new car, y'all. And I had to drive all the way up to Fort Smith, which is 4 hours away, to get my car, but they gave it back to me. Can you believe that? And I knew right then, I was like, this is my first like month and a half in Little Rock. I said, oh, hell no. This is not going to be good. Little Rock is going to be hard town to live in, because everybody around here is either a straight gangster like Crips and Bloods, or a tweaker. And so you got to fend for yourself. You got to know what's up, or you're going to get taken advantage of. So, okay, guys, that's what, 3 story times tonight. I love y'all. I just wanted to jump on here and shoot the shit with you guys tonight. I hope you guys have a great, great, great night. Hey, Sam, what's up? What were you going to say? Damn. Girl, ask me before I get off here. Don't make me beg you. How many days does it take to detox from alcohol, then go to AA, obviously? Are you drinking every day? Because, listen, it's going to be like 5 to 7 days, I would think. Okay, so you got sober for 3 days and then slipped for 1. You really need to go into the hospital, girl, and get into the ER and have them just detox you there, so that way you don't have a seizure. Because you can die detoxing from alcohol. I gotta pee. Okay? I'm telling you, it's so dangerous, girl. Took you a week? Okay, see, Nikki says it's about a week. So I said 5 to 7 days. So I'm not sure, though. Because I don't remember, because I was in the detox, you know, and they were giving me comfort meds and all that, so that way I could like be okay. I'm telling you, it's so important to go into detox. I think now, girl, because you know what's going to happen. You're going to be at your house and you're going to be wanting to get drunk, and you're going to be detoxing. You're going to be fucking feeling like shit. And, well, then, you can do it. You're going to feel like shit. You're going to be sweating, and you're going to be shaking. See, Sandra says, go to the ER. They'll give you meds and a social worker. But they can give you comfort meds. Just tell them, say, listen, I'm an alcoholic, and I'm determined to come up off this alcohol. And ask them to help you, girl. I know you want to get off of it, Sam. I know you do. Girl, it ain't no thing. Listen to me. We've all been there. Everybody in here has been there. If they say they hadn't, they lied. You know, it's just with alcohol, it's so dangerous, you guys. With alcohol and benzos, you can die, girl. So that's why I'm trying to tell you that I want you to go to detox and get help. Because sorry, I peed on here with y'all. I don't give a damn. With alcohol, it's really dangerous, and that's why I don't feel comfortable just telling you to like detox on your couch. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a medical professional, and that would be so fucking irresponsible of me to tell you, oh girl, yeah, you'll be fine. You know, see, Sandra is telling you she flatlined before because your heart and everything. I mean, girl, it's hard on your body. Sam, listen to me. If you want help, all you have to do is message me. I will hook you up with somebody. Okay? I will get somebody to you that can help you get into a detox. Okay? It'll be free, girl. There's scholarships and stuff out there. And if you have insurance, then you'll be fine. But if you don't worry about it. We'll find you somewhere. Seriously, you guys, that's why I have connections. I have people that have resources. I know many people that are sober that work for rehabs that, you know, they say call them anytime. Okay, yes, Sam, message me in the morning. Okay, good. All right, then we're going to get on top of that. I love you, girl. We got you. You're not alone. And Blue Cross, well, that's great. Then you'll absolutely be able to get into somewhere, and it'll be nice because I'm not going to lie to you. When it's free, it's usually state funded. But when you have insurance, you know, you have more opportunities. So I will talk to you in the morning. And I'm going to look at my messages, okay? All right. I love you guys. Sandra, I love you. I love all you guys so much. I'll see you in the morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for morning meditation. All right, bye.